You ever had that sudden sinking feeling when your computer screen goes blank and refuses to turn back on? Well, an event like that isn't such a concern if you know your data is protected. But most people think protecting their files has to be a complicated chore full of expensive monthly cloud subscription fees. But today, I'm going to show you a completely free strategy to automatically safeguard your irreplaceable photos and documents, and to do it on your local PC. Now, by the end of this quick video, you're going to have a bulletproof Windows backup running entirely on autopilot using a hidden tool already built into your machine. Now, let's get your digital peace of mind set up right now. Now, let's be completely honest for just a moment here. Backing up your computer is the ultimate digital chore. It sits right on your to-do list next to things like cleaning behind the refrigerator and scheduling that dentist appointment you've been dreading. Now, we all know we're supposed to do it, but we tell ourselves we're going to handle it next weekend or right after the next big project has cleared out of the way. And then boom, a coffee spill, a sudden power surge, an accidental delete happens, and suddenly next weekend is way too late. Now, if you ask a hardcore IT professional, they're going to tell you that you absolutely have to use the gold standard 3-2-1 backup strategy, which means keeping 3 separate copies of your data on 2 different types of media with 1 copy stored completely off-site in the cloud. And it's true, that is an incredible system, but let's be real. If a system's too complicated, you're simply never going to get around to actually doing it. And so this video is not about setting up the ultimate corporate data center. It's about giving you the quick, easy, and effective protection that you can have today. Because see, having one solid local backup right next to your desk is 1,000 times better than having a perfect cloud strategy that you never get around to setting up. If you think you need to pay Microsoft a monthly fee to get this quick safety net up and running, you're going to love how much money this next step is going to save you. Now, the very first step to protecting your data is getting the right tool for the job, and it's much simpler than you might think. You don't need a fancy network server or confusing tech setup to keep your personal files safe from a computer crash. All you need is a simple, portable, external hard drive, just like this one here that I have. And you can easily find these at a local electronics store, at Best Buy, on Amazon, and they don't cost a lot of money. Now, if you happen to have a spare internal drive sitting around, you can use something like this. It's just a spare SSD that I had kicking around, and I put it in an external enclosure. This works just as well. Now, I'll have links for both of these in the description below if you happen to be looking for either an enclosure or an external drive. That said, when you're looking at the options, I highly recommend picking up at least a 1 terabyte, or better yet, a 2 terabyte external drive. Now, if your budget allows, look for a solid-state drive, often called an SSD, because they've got no moving parts and they're incredibly durable if they happen to get knocked off a desk, which, let's face it, sometimes happens. Now, once you've got your new drive in hand and those drives have been formatted, the physical setup takes all of 5 seconds. All you have to do is take the included USB cable, you plug one end into your drive, and you plug the other end into your machine. And that is literally all there is to it. Now, once you've done that, your computer is going to automatically recognize your drive as long as it's been formatted first. You want to do that. You get a little dingle out of it if you got your sound turned on, and you are ready to go. So now that your physical safety box is attached, we're ready to turn on the automatic safety switch within Windows that they give you for free. Now, if you type the word backup into Windows search bar, Microsoft does have a backup application that's pretty recent. But it's got one job. It's to steer you into their modern Windows backup application that's really designed to herd you into the paid OneDrive cloud subscription. That's where they want you to back up your stuff. And today, we want to completely avoid that option. Instead, we want to use a classic, robust tool called File History, which saves everything directly to a physical USB drive and does it for free. To find it, just click on your Windows Start menu, type the exact words Control Panel into the search bar, and click on File History in the window that shows up afterward. Now, this opens up a clean, classic window, and you should see your connected external drive listed right here in the middle of the screen. Now, all you have to do to back up your data is click on the big friendly button that says Turn On. That's all there is to it. From this exact moment forward, Windows is going to quietly copy your changes in the background once every hour without ever popping up to bother you or interrupt your workflow. Just work silently in the background. Now that that safety switch is flipped, why don't we take a look at exactly what files are being protected and how to make sure nothing important gets left behind. That's critical. As I mentioned, it's important to know exactly what this automated tool is protecting so you can have total peace of mind knowing that everything's been backed up properly. By default, Windows File History automatically backs up your main digital libraries. Now, if you're not familiar with what that is, libraries are virtual collections of folders and files, and they're organized by type. Now, you can see libraries on the left pane of your File Explorer window at the bottom. You might not see them in Windows 11. If you don't, just right-click on the pane and click on Libraries. Then they're going to go ahead and show up for you. Now, by default, your libraries are broken down into Documents, which includes your Documents folder, Music, which includes your Music folder, Pictures, which includes your Pictures folder, and lastly, Videos, which, you guessed it, includes your Videos folder. Now, along with backing up your libraries, File History also automatically saves everything sitting directly on your desktop, along with your saved internet favorites and your computer contacts, the contacts you have in your machine. But what happens then if you have a custom folder tucked away somewhere else on your computer, like a specific folder for tax receipts or a hobby project? Well, including that folder in your automatic backup is incredibly simple thanks to how Windows organizes things. All you have to do is open up your File Explorer, navigate to the custom folder you want to protect, and right-click on it with your mouse. Now move your mouse down to the option that says Include in Library, and select the library that fits that folder best, like Documents or Pictures. Now by linking that folder to your libraries, or to your library, File History will instantly recognize it and include it in the hourly backup cycle automatically. And it's important to note, this doesn't actually move your folder anywhere. Libraries are just virtual containers that allow you to organize your files and folders by content. So at this point, your automatic safety net is now up and running and looking after you, and you're sure that you've got all your files and folders that you need being backed up. But there is one critical rule you must follow to ensure that your files are actually fully protected when disaster strikes. We're going to look at that right now. So now that your system's configured, I'm going to give you the most important piece of advice in this entire video. And that is, once your very first backup finishes copying, I want you to immediately unplug this external drive from your computer and put it up on a shelf. Now, I know I told you that File History will automatically back up every hour, and of course it can't do that if the drive's not connected. But you don't want to leave this thing permanently connected to your PC day after day, because if you do get a nasty virus or a piece of ransomware, if it ever infects your computer, it's going to crawl right up this USB cable into your drive, and it's going to destroy your backup copy of all your files. Now, by unplugging this drive and putting it away, you create what professionals call an air gap, which makes it physically impossible for malware to touch the files that are on here. Instead, turn plugging this drive into your computer into a quick, stress-free weekly routine. Just plug your drive in once weekly, maybe on a Sunday morning while you're enjoying a cup of coffee. Once you plug it in, Windows File History will instantly wake up, it'll detect that the drive is there, and it will automatically catch up by copying everything you changed over the last week. Now, be warned, it might not do it immediately. It may wait until the next scheduled backup time. So if the next scheduled backup time is 45 minutes away, that's when it'll do it. But if you're in a hurry, just click Run Now in the File History window and it'll start right away. Now you can also go to Advanced Settings in the File History window and change how frequently File History runs. Now once File History finishes, which typically takes just a few minutes at most, safely eject the drive, put it back on the shelf, and then go enjoy the rest of your weekend. If your computer ever completely dies, you can simply plug that drive into a brand new machine, Open the File History tool and you can restore all of your data with just a single click. That is the power of a practical, stress-free backup plan that keeps you in complete, secure control of your own data. And it's my favorite kind of plan. It's simple, it's effective, and it's free. You know how much I love free. So then what do you think? Is this super easy, free and effective backup plan something you could see yourself making use of? Or does it still seem like a lot of unnecessary work to you? Or maybe you have a much more robust backup approach that covers every possible eventuality. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. I enjoy reading what you're doing at home to look after your data. Now that's it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Graham Hughes. This is Tech Talk, and I'm going to look forward to seeing you on the next one.